date. So we had a great fundraiser at Rosario's. We raised close to $6,000, thanks to Billy and Joey for the hard work that they did, and Family Affair, who are absolutely fantastic.
Shout out
with this thing. Fantastic.
It was a great turnout, great vibe. We were tired at the end of the night, Billy, but it was a home run.
It was worth it.
It was well worth it. For a great cause, autism.
The Doug Flutie Foundation,
yes,
which was great.
Absolutely. It was packed. It was really, people just couldn't get off the dance floor. Am I right, Bill?
That's correct.
It was a blast. Too bad you missed it, John.
People that have high-powered telescopes that could look, they could see the equipment. That is still there.
This is 1969, Johnny. The
Yeah,
birth control pill wasn't even out yet.
Thank God. You ever hear a carrot
Sure, of
talk?
course.
Yeah. Okay. His father helped design those Land Rovers that they used on the moon. His father. Okay.
His father. Okay.
Yeah.
So
All right.
what does that mean to me? That doesn't mean they landed on the moon. That could have been for a fucking desert. Oops, excuse me.
Joe. Oh, there you go.
All right.
Joe.
There
Go.
I just slipped.
So I think you
In the
can.
first
Tell us how it all started as a kid. Was you a fresh kid in school?
So, I had the best upbringing on planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? So usually these stories kind of start with, no guidance, no parental guidance. Not me. So I had the best family in the whole. My mother and father were great people, my best friends. I loved them. My two brothers, older brothers, protected me. They were running down Shore Plaza East, shaking kids down. You talk to my brother bad, you know what I mean? So I had like the best upbringing in the whole world. And I think that, I don't know what it was for me. I seen a lot of things, and we grew up in East Boston, right? It was kind of like a mob stronghold. You see mob people all the time there. So, but what I kind of got turned off by a little bit, not those people that were the real people. They were the real people, right? But it was the kids in my generation that we called plastic gangsters.
Yeah.
They were nobody, but they were all
Wannabes?
Right, exactly. So I seen that. That was kind of a turnoff to me. But I always, wanted to be, I remember I backed down from a fight in high school with a kid. And it felt so horrible to me that I made a commitment to myself that that's never going to happen again.
Never again.
I was like the first day of high school. And from that day on, like anything happened, I was fighting. I just made myself fight. And from that day on, I kind of wanted to prove to everybody that I was like the toughest kid in school.
Right.
I was the toughest kid around. I was the craziest kid. I brought brass knuckles into school. I mean, and really, I proved it to everybody else. And I always say I proved it to the federal government, too. They gave me 35 years for it. Don't forget, people asked what I miss most about being in prison. And anybody would think it's food, sex, right? None of that. Although I did have a furlough with my wife and we ended up being together. And I just want to let you know, I'm going to have to brag about myself, that when I called her up the next day after we were together for 18 hours and I went back to prison and I called her up and she says, I don't feel like I got into a car accident. I feel like I got into two of them. So I trained for that. I did my
That's a
job.
question. At this point in your life, right now, did you feel invincible? I mean, is it like sometimes when you're involved in all these things?
Absolutely.
did you just,
I think it's part and parcel of being young as well.
Yeah, of course.
So I just thought that, to answer your question, when I got arrested and was in a cell by myself, the first thing I said to myself was, how did you think this was going to end? Hold on, wait a minute. Let's sit on this cold bunk with no mattress in this orange jumpsuit. And what did you think was going to happen? Because you're your own worst enemy and you're your own, best advocate as well, right? We vacillate between being the best people in the whole world and the worst people in the whole world, right?
True.
And at some place in the middle lies the
I
truth.
have one daughter, and my biggest wish is when I'm in that box, which we're all going to be, is my daughter hears good things about me. That's all I care about, Johnny.
Never going to happen.
Oh, shut up.
Is that the peanut gallery?
Your attitude regarding it all is the reason why it's so good. I mean, everything is positive. Everything, when you hit the ground running because you had the attitude you kept for those years.
Yeah.
Was you were going to keep moving forward.
100%.
And that needs to be passed on. Like Johnny said, these kids have no clue. They'd rather sit in front of a TV with a remote control playing, swearing at a television because they can't play the game right.
Johnny, if you could look out there and give advice to any kids, anybody, what would you say?
First and foremost, if you're struggling with anything, just all you have to do is hang on. You know, there's help out there for people. For them.
Imagine. See, you can't beat that.
This is
stuff.
remarkable stuff, John. And if you want, John, why don't you leave? We're going to stay here. You have
I won't let them do that to you.
you have derailed our whole argument on Monday
I will
night.
not let him do
And
that.
all day long, he's been texting me. He goes, I can't wait to get
I
you
know, I'm
tonight.
gonna get you.
I said, no, you know, we got a guest tonight.
Don't
but
leave
I
it
just want to say I have been so captivated by you sitting here talking more than any other guest we've had.
appreciate that.
on this, and I hope that you should be going into high schools, colleges.
I'd like to do that. I'd love to do
You on the speakers. You got to get into the speakers because you're captivating.
Take it home, Johnny. Thank you so much.
My
Appreciate
man.
it, buddy.
My
Yeah,
pleasure.